As we end this unbelievably epic finale with Emma making it to the similar location from the book as she approaches the carousel with the horses, where beyond one would assume that she is going to find the fairies because we hear the babies crying in the background as she's coming for them and we see her eyes glowing yet again. Meanwhile, Apollo the god manages to make his way to shore as he's coming for Emma. As we cut to black, as we see what appears to be the events after what we just saw,
we are kindergarten.
We see William is now alive and he's messaging all the other kindergartners online as they're all wearing these different masks as we get this shot of them on the screen as William has what appears to be a surveillance camera and footage of the surveillance of this unknown location underground. This most likely is the location that they're hiding all the kids with the fairies. Cut to a shot of Apollo taking the advice of his mother as he goes to Brian's grave, where he opens up the graves and finds the Changeling is alive and it bites him. Cut to seeing Apollo in what appears to be the same location from William's surveillance footage. We see this one-eyed creature looking at him. One would assume that this again could be the same creature that attacked the island, and based on what I know about secret locations involving fairies and witches, this most likely is a troll that you have to get past in order to save the missing kids. So my thoughts on this finale: I've seen it twice now and I have the same reaction and feeling. This has to be one of the worst endings I've seen in recent memory. Not only did it not give us any answers to Emma's third wish, is this actual magic or is this some type of coping mechanism for these people to use because they lost their loved ones? Why is the Changeling, once believed to be dead, is now alive? Who or what actually was in the red suitcase? What's Lillian's role moving forward? What god does she make a deal with? Etc., etc. As this might come off to be harsh, but I'm just being honest because I really did enjoy most of this journey. To me, this finale felt like a complete waste of time and such a departure from the rest of the show. Because simply put, the last time we got a follow-up to these characters in this position was 3 episodes ago. So literally all the tension built in that episode has been put on hold with the 2 previous episodes catching up with characters. So again, it cuts all the tension. To end on this less than 30-minute episode with this uninspiring and utterly ridiculous, somewhat action-driven conclusion feels like a slap in the face to the audience. I talked about in the last episode of feeling that that episode was a displacement of where the story was headed, but I praised the performances, the production choices, and just how creative the episode was in telling the story of an immigrant, a mother with dark secrets, and all the metaphors. Then to follow that up with this episode, which felt like a discount episode of Lost meets Twin Peaks with no interesting or compelling elements, and then to have this semi-teaser trailer to tease what's coming next, utterly ridiculous. And to that note, look, this was made prior to the strikes happening right now, and if you watch a lot of the Apple TV Plus shows, they're known for giving shows multiple seasons. But I can't stand when a show puts its faith to having more seasons to give actual answers after the strikes. There's no guarantees that we're going to go to season 2 or 3 to conclude this story. And look, I watched all 4 seasons of Apple TV Plus Servant, which was written and created by M. Night Shyamalan. That was the definition of a slow burn with little to no answers as the season went along, but at the end of each season, they at least gave you the answers to at least 1 or 2 major mysteries throughout the show, but this show just decided to not address any of the major questions. I'm genuinely asking you all in the comments now, what do you feel we actually learned from this episode? Sure, there's 10,000 troll Norwegian men that play dress up online. Emma finds this mysterious carousel and we're supposed to believe that this is where the fairies live, which by the way, we actually never saw throughout this show. Or we found out that Cal isn't a witch with powers, but instead she has a mean right hook and she has crazy good aim when she shoots from a long distance with her gun. Which also, by the way, why did William eat his kid? Why did the Changeling attach himself to the kids? And what's the significance of the ones that's chosen? What was Emma's third wish? Why did her mother burn their house down? Where's Brian's body? Why did your season 1 have more questions than answers? If you couldn't tell, I didn't like this ending. But I'm not gonna allow this terrible finale to take away the elements that actually work throughout certain points of this show. For example, LaKeith Stanfield continues to prove that he's one of the best actors working. There were just some lines he said that sounded completely ridiculous. For example, "I'm Apollo the god," or "You're a hero," but he still managed to continue to hold the weight of being this loving person, this loving husband, this loving father, and he carried the emotions with his death of his son and Emma disappearing, so he was definitely a highlight for me watching this show. And the same goes for the supporting cast. I talked about Adina Porter, her brilliant performance last episode, and the same goes for Alexis Louder as the younger version of her. Like, they were great in this show. This is my first time being exposed to the actress Clark Backo as she played Emma, and I thought she did a great job. She had her moment to shine in her episode. She showed an incredible range of her acting ability, so she was definitely a highlight as well. And the actor who played William, so all of the performances was great, and I thought the production team did a good job of creating the atmosphere and switching between this grounded reality that we all know to be the world we live in, but also having that fantastical, mythical elements making you feel like you're in a dream. And even tackling the themes and the subject matters the show handles, seeing both characters coming from a broken home and they were built from trauma and these traumatic experiences and how they bonded over that, and seeing Emma and Apollo wanting to build their own family together with some strong themes that I liked about this. You can also take that towards Lillian's story, her being an immigrant coming to America with hopes and dreams, seeing her relationship and how that went, her secrets, her struggles, her being a single mom. Also, the idea of this all maybe being made up in their heads after experiencing the loss of their kids and making this whole situation of witches and trolls and fairies as somewhat of a coping mechanism to escape their pain. But then also incorporating the idea that maybe there are mythical creatures and magic. That was an interesting angle, even though it wasn't fully realized and fully developed as I wished it would have been. So while I did feel like this finale was garbage and it was a nothing burger with a side of ridiculousness, there were certain moments that I thought were handled better than others, but the inconsistent writing, the inconsistent storytelling methods, and this finale really is making me feel at this current moment to be extremely uninterested in a potential season 2. It is your time to let me know your thoughts, your major takeaways from this finale, your overall thoughts of the season. Do you want to see a season 2? Again, there's no guarantees right now in the state of Hollywood. Will they be greenlit for a season 2? Hell, did they shoot a season 2 already? Who knows? But let me know if you would be interested in seeing a continuation of the story in the comments below. Now, I want to thank everyone who's watched one of my breakdowns or all 7 of these breakdowns that I cover this show. It means a lot to me because I'm very aware of the other incredible YouTubers who's been covering the show as well and have been doing a phenomenal job at doing so. So the fact that you all took the time to watch, like, share, comment, subscribe after watching my breakdowns, it means a lot. Thank you so much. I wish I had the magical abilities and a wish to give you all a hug because I really do appreciate all the support. So as I wrap up, you know the routine. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, hit the like button, share this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and of course, consider subscribing to the channel. Now do me a favor, check out my latest videos on the channel. I recently shot The Fall of the House of Usher. I did reviews for each in one of those episodes, so watch those episodes 10 times over. You all are amazing. Stay safe. Don't get caught by a fairy, and I'll catch you all on the next video.